Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. And tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast, we're going to be talking about another weekend where part of the weekend we'll see some rain. We'll take you through the next 2 days before we get there. And we will look ahead at the long range. That is tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:35 p.m. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware of West Babylon. And we've got some issues this afternoon. I'm actually quite surprised to an extent. It looked as if the cloud cover that was around this morning in central and southern New England and the Hudson Valley was going to give way to a sunny day, and the day from central and South Jersey southward started out that way too. But we still have this leftover upper air energy, and the bottom part of the atmosphere is in a bit of a mess too, with an inversion of some sort that has settled over parts of Long Island, for example. And the result has not only been self-destructive sunshine and clouds, but we've even seen a few showers pop up scattered here and there. So it's just kind of surprised me. I didn't catch that this morning when I was looking at everything. In the meantime, out to the west, you see the rotation in the eastern part of the Dakotas, moving eastward into the western lakes with a trailing cold front to the south. That is our next weather system that is coming into the eastern part of the United States for Friday and for Saturday. And it's also going to have a big impact on our weather on Sunday as well. Meanwhile, much of the country is actually enjoying some fairly nice weather, particularly the southeast and into Florida, all the way back out to the west coast, even the Pacific Northwest, except for a small corner up in northwestern Washington, enjoying a very, very nice day. Here's the radar as of 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm just going to give it a quick refresh here. And a little hard to see, but a couple of showers over central and eastern Long Island and over southern Rhode Island. There were reports of even a few light showers that popped up in and around New York City about an hour or two ago. There are some scattered showers in upstate New York and on up into northern New England. Otherwise, the radars are absolutely quiet all the way down to Florida. Now here's the cold front with the showers moving into the western Great Lakes, and you see the rotation back to the west and southwestern Minnesota. That is with that next low and that next storm system. And in that corner up in the Pacific Northwest where we've got some rain, otherwise quiet out in the western part of the United States as well. The WPC forecast for rainfall for this weekend, and I'm just going to go a little tighter here. A half to 3/4 of an inch. Now, I think there might be a few places that could wind up with an inch or a bit more out of all of this. This is due to a low that's going to be developing in eastern North Carolina that's going to move northward. And then, of course, we've got the cold front swinging eastward. The front itself doesn't have a whole lot. See some half-inch amounts in parts of the central Appalachians and even down into the southern Appalachians. Either side of that, it's basically a tenth to a quarter of an inch. Heavier rains in the upper Mississippi Valley, southwest of the southern plains, particularly around Oklahoma and Texas, where we're looking at rainfall amounts in the next 7 days of up to a few inches, and also seeing some rain and some snow in the northern Rockies and on up into the Pacific Northwest. Now, as far as the rest of today is concerned, well, we've got these clouds, so that's going to keep temperatures down in the low 60s. Maybe a few spots make it to 64 or 5. Those clouds should move out tonight. We should have a much better day for tomorrow with sunshine, but then we'll start to see arriving clouds from the cold front to the west. And then also notice that we're starting to see some moisture building up Thursday night all along the North Carolina coast with a little low that forms there. Temperatures tomorrow, mid-60s to around 70, so it'll be the warmest day of the week. Friday, we've got a south wind. That's going to hold temperatures down in the 60s, and the coastal low is going to produce some showers coming in later Friday morning into the afternoon from north to south. Most of that low just kind of gets lost as the energy from the west is more dominant. You see the low east of Lake Huron, the trailing cold front to the south. That'll redevelop somewhere east of New Jersey and south of Long Island during Friday night and Saturday morning, We're likely to see some showers continuing into Saturday afternoon. The low is going to strengthen as it moves up into the Gulf of Maine and New England. The gradient is going to tighten up. So Sunday will be the better of the 2 weekend days and also the colder of the 2 weekend days. We're going to have gusty northwest winds coming in on the backside. I think most of the rain will be gone by Saturday evening. And then on Sunday, maybe we'll probably see some showers in parts of upstate New York and on up into northern New England. You can notice all back through the rest of the eastern part of the United States, back through to the Mississippi River and beyond, is nice and dry. There's a chilly high that is going to be coming down and bringing in some colder air. So Saturday's highs will be in the 60s in eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England. Sunday's highs will probably be confined to the low and middle 50s. There might be a little upper trough that swings through Sunday night and Monday, bringing some showers down from the north on Monday. We'll have to watch to see if that's real or not. But once that goes by, I think the weather for next Tuesday, looks good, as does next Wednesday and Thursday. We'll start to warm up again toward the end of next week. And then we have another cold front coming just in time for next weekend, when there might be the chance for a couple of showers, although this particular front doesn't look like it has a whole lot with it. So, well, this is going to be weekend number 7 in many areas of the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states, northern Mid-Atlantic states, weekend number 7 in a row with rain on at least one of those 2 weekend days. I don't think we're going to see rain on Sunday, though. It's just going to be dealing with the wind and some clouds and temperatures that are going to have a tough time in the low to mid 50s for daytime highs. The Joe and Joe Weather Show, as we said, the Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast, which you can find on Google Podcasts and YouTube Music, is tonight at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. And mark it down. We hope to see you then.